Alrighty, yo, what's up, guys? We're gonna try to not finish, I have no idea how long this will take me. But I want to start gluing some of the paneling down. I also want to, like, insert the bars this one, because I also gotta remember not to glue the panel down for the one that's gonna be the top. So let me see which one of these I would prefer. I mean, they're basically the same. But I want to see which one maybe like the stitching is neater. I think this one looks better. I'm gonna go with this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue the panels for this, and hopefully the roof as well. Let me see. I don't know if any of these are big enough. This one might be. My scissors. I basically want 2 long triangles for the roof part. That one looks good. Oh wait, where's the top part? Because I also want like a very thin... Oh god, I hear kids. There's some kids outside, doing something. They're just like screaming and running around. You know how kids are. It's like, are they fighting or are they playing? Like, it's so hard to tell. Are they playing or are they being chased by hornets? Because there are like, you know those like big killer hornets, they are here in Korea. I do not like them. They're freaking huge. We have like a mountain right behind us, so they do come here in this area often. Like, you don't see them in the city, but you will see them in like more areas where there's like more trees, more close to a mountain or a big hill. And they really love the recycling center because, especially like the bottles and the can section, right? It's like a lot of soda cans, a lot of bottles that have like, if you've ever seen like little vitamin C drinks here in Korea, those are very popular. Like they'll have like a whole, sack like full of them, like empty bottles, and they have like the residue. It's like when it bakes in the heat, it's like really super sickly sweet smelling. They love that shit. Ugh, I hate having to throw away glass every time. Every time I open the bag, I'm like thinking, I'm not gonna have like an angry hornet pop out at me, am I? I've had that happen before. I think it was like the summer we first moved here. Yeah, scared the ever living bejesus out of me. And this one will be the middle part. I do have my hot glue gun going. Let's see if I can get a little bit on here. I think I'm gonna do like little by little. Try to separate where the middle part is. What's up, Livercon girl? How you doing? I know, right? Gotta watch out for my fingers. We did have like a hot glue gun burn on this channel before. Not last November, but the November before that, I believe. was like the first fall here. I don't know why my hot glue gun's been acting weird lately. It's like not really getting much out. But I guess because of that, because like the little tidbits I am touching are like practically cooled down by the time I touch it. That's good. Yo, what's up, Flippa? How you doing? Hey, hold on, let me give you a shout out real quick. How are you doing? Is it your I'm guessing it's your morning time, right? I'm streaming a bit on the later side today. Because Mr. Coffee's gone, so I'm able to stream kind of late. So I think maybe Thursday I might do one-on-one. Also, I need to plan. I totally forgot my birthday's this Friday, so I need to plan like a birthday stream. Or like a 12-hour birthday stream. So I think, so usually Friday we're just doing usually gaming. I think I might if I make it a 12-hour stream, I might make the first half still crocheting, and the other 6 half could be like some Stardew. Let's see. Ooh, pain in my lower back, but further fine it's morning, and here I've slept. True, back pain is no joke. Back pain is honestly the worst part I think of growing up, and you get it early. Like, well, I guess it depends on what you do, because like some people maybe don't get it early, but I got it when I was like 22. That's when I first started getting back pain. It was because of my Ross job, like being on my feet all day, and it wasn't even just my back. I actually got full-blown sciatica from that shit. And all for what? For minimum wage that it won't even like. I don't even get like health benefit. Like I don't even get health care from that. I would work 39 hours. I was like literally 1 hour away from being able to get like health care benefits, and they don't let you do that. They're like, nope. But I get like something permanent for working for them. Isn't that crazy? Are we doing good? I did get a little bit too hot yesterday. Like when coming back from the gym, I kind of got, I don't know if to call it. It's not, I don't think it's like a full-blown heat stroke. Like, is it like heat sickness? It's like after you've been out all day or like out in the hot sun, you feel kind of sick when you get back, and like you're so like absolutely drained. That happened to me yesterday. That's why I didn't stream yesterday. By the time I got back, I had to take a nap, and then when I woke up, I had slept through my 3 alarms. Ah, it's a stinking fibromyalgia. I think my friend had that as well, because she also had like back pain. I think, do you also get joint problems from that? I think that was fibromyalgia. I cannot remember that was fibromyalgia or osteoporosis, but she had one of them. And she had like joint pain, especially in her fingers. And she was young, like we were 19. Yeah, heat stroke. I'm guessing, I guess it is a heat stroke, but yeah, I was like not, I was, oof. I woke up too late, because I stayed up late, helping Mr. Coffee get ready, so I didn't wake up very early on Monday, because I went to bed way too late. And because I went to the gym later, but it's way too hot. I really need to start waking up early to go to the gym, because like, it feels pretty good in the morning actually, like at 5 in the morning. And it's very bright, so it's not like dark and creepy or anything like that. That's just like, I keep going to bed too dark, gosh darn late. Oof, right? It makes everything hurt. Also, it was like, do you guys have like the sensation like your entire body's on fire, or is that something else I'm thinking of? I remember someone talking about that before. I don't know if that was fibromyalgia or not. Not Amazon Alexa. How you doing? I've been summoned by the mention of my fellow fibro fighters. Oh, I like that name though. That's actually like a cool fan name. Well, I guess no one wants to be a fan of fibromyalgia. What do they call it? Because you know, like when K-pop groups have like a fandom, but it's like, and they have like a cute name. It's kind of like that. You guys are the fibro fighters. Isn't that crazy? So you were diagnosed just when you were 20. I started having problems when I was done growing. Oh, so okay, so you do have that sometimes. Yeah, the pain flares. Like that just sounds awful. Because I had a similar experience with sciatica. Because my entire leg was burning, but numb, cold at the same time. It was very strange. Like the inside part of my leg was a fire, like was just on fire for like days on end. I actually had to stop going to work and take time off, and was like bedridden until we finally. Now, usually you don't want to go to just any chiropractor. I got very, very lucky. I got like a normal chiropractor. She's kind of almost more on the terms of like physical therapy, I think, in my sense. Like the way she approaches it She did everything like very slowly, nothing too much, like no rough correction. So I think she calls herself a chiropractor, but I think she was really more of a physical therapist, in my opinion. Because other chiropractors I've seen, they can really F you up, so you do gotta be careful with that. But she brought me back from the brink of like not wanting to be here anymore because I was in pain the entire time. Like my whole right leg was like, it was so uncomfortable to do anything, to sit, because the outside part was like this weird cold numbness, and inside was like this raging burning fire of my sciatic nerve. 10 out of 10 do not recommend, and I still have permanent nerve damage there. A little bit of feeling has come back out after the years, but like I think it's been quite a long time. It's like 2018 when it happened, so almost 10 years, and I think this is like the maximum amount of like feeling I'm gonna get back. But it's not like the cold numbness anymore. That was like a different numbness. It's more like if I touch the back of my leg, I can feel like if I touch at the same time, both of them, I can feel like one side has less sensitivity than the other one. Like they're not at 100%. So I would imagine that's like your body, like what my leg feel like. That's, oh my God, my entire body felt like that. Oh. Because that was not fun. That was not fun at all. And all for working for damn minimum wage too, right? They ain't got the audacity to let us have some. I think if anyone works for like, it was a stockroom job, and it's sad because I like the managers in there and everything. They were awesome. The bigger higher ups, the whole though, they need to change some rules. I think if you work in like a very laborious position for minimum wage, this will probably include most fast food as well. Because fast food takes a lot of labor. You're always on your feet, constantly lifting heavy things. I think you should be, by law, you should be able to get the cheap health insurance, I think, because of that, because that's like very unfair. I know people talk about like the trades, you make a lot of money but you kind of end up ruining your body, but it's like, damn, at least you have the money to go to the doctor. You don't get that when you work for minimum wage. Wait, too close to fingers. Wait, are you talking about the fire manager or are you talking about the hot glue gun? Because the hot glue gun is I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with it. Is like not much is coming out, and what does come out is not very hot actually, which is surprising because this is like a high temp hot glue gun. Oh, the hot glue gun, yeah. To be fair, I think the tips of my fingers are a little bit desensitized, not from like using the hot guns so much, but like from like touching hot things in the kitchen. Also, I like practically do dishes in like scalding hot water. I do wear gloves though, but I think it's desensitized the tips of my fingers a little bit. What do they call it? Because Mr. Coffee has it too, because he used to work at many restaurants and he loves cooking, so he's gotten like the tips of his fingers have gotten kind of used to it. I forgot they had like a special name for it, like a term, but I can't remember what it was. But I remember like my first minimum wage job, or just first job at all. Because I actually, now that I realize I haven't really worked any job but minimum wage. But and I worked, my very first job was at Einstein Bagels, and I remember touching the hot bagel and like reacting because like, oh, that's like hot, and the girl said, don't worry, your fingers will get numb to it. And it's kind of like, it's fun one thing when they get desensitized on your own time, but for like that's expected for working minimum wage, like, yeah, you gotta like numb your fingers to work here. Like, what? I feel like that's so, gotta basically fry your nerve endings. Minimum wage, that's like really messed up actually. Like, we should at least be getting some kind of medical compensation for working in these places. I don't know, I see like nothing's coming out. I'm trying to get this hot glue stick to like finally be all used up, because like even when it was like a full stick, because I know I should have like another stick in there, but even when it was a full stick, it was acting like this, like with two separate sticks. It was like anything was barely coming out. Yeah, desensitized, I know that is. It's very common for food workers and cooks, right? I think to some extent some crafters too. And don't worry, by the time I touch on the hot glue, it's like practically barely warm anymore. I do think probably pressing on hot glue has probably helped make my fingertips a little desensitized. But I've never really had to, anytime I've touched it when it was too hot, it was like a mistake. But usually I can kind of like time it. Like it's like after a couple seconds, it's like cooled off by then because I use such small amounts. I don't use a lot. Now, when you use hot glue in large amounts, it does take much longer for it to cool off. Ooh, my first and last job was writing in folders and newspapers like the local ones. Oh, I can't make sure. You'd probably be on your feet a lot too, right? Walking around a lot. Wait, repost because oh wait, hold on. Did it go through the first time? Oh, it did, okay, but it just got pushed up too quickly. I think I didn't see it. Because I'm kind of watching the chat like a hawk because, like, Twitch be kind of weird. It's like not letting some stuff go through for some people. I see, like, us to spin on a positive note, those of chronic cuties who struggle every day help take back a bit of the power in the label than just sadness. Right? It's like, give it like a really cute name. It's like, we're suffering. We're all a bunch of cute baddies, but we're all suffering in pain. But yeah, that's true. Kind of, what do they call it? It's kind of like, you know, when you add like humor to like a sad situation. It's kind of like helps you get through it. Oh, and just a warning, it seems as we'll start in 5 minutes. At least I caught the countdown time. Right, it was before my fibromyalgia was was acting up. I hope you at least get to get disability or something, because that's the thing that's also worrisome too, is right, like, it's like taking away your ability to work, or to be able to, what do you call it, function properly. I hope you are able to get some kind of like compensation from the government, because like that's like so scary to not be able to like work for yourself or take care of yourself. It's like, ugh. I always wonder, like, what would people, like, what were they supposed to do if they can't work, right? Like, how are they supposed to survive and live? But I had the right command, right? Oh no, you gotta put Poke Catch. Even then, though. Even though the Pokemon still might escape. I've even put like an Ultra Ball and it still escaped. Like, some of these Pokemon don't want to be caught. Especially like, what tier was it? Usually tier C is easy. However, I had one time I was so mad because, even though it was tier C, it was like an OG Pokemon and I threw an Ultra Ball and I still didn't get it. I think it was like Ponytail or something. I was like, what the heck? So, like, unfair? I should have totally gotten that. To be fair, it only gives you an 80% chance, like, to catch, and I guess I was unlucky in that 20%, that last 20%. I hate, like, the little... Okay, that's good. I'm glad you get government compensation. Because, like, right? Like, how do they expect people... I know there are some certain right-wing people that are, like, they want to get rid of, like, disability and crap. And it's like, some people need that. Like, what else are they supposed to freaking do? Like, we gotta eat. We gotta live in this world. Let's see. I do one of these. Is this one big enough? No, it's a little on the small side, so I might a little bit extra cardboard. Like, I remember thinking it was so messed up, like when you see like a vet or something, and it's like they're out on the streets and it's just like, wait, their body's been injured by war fighting for this government and they don't have like the decency to give them a place to live and have warm food in their belly? Like, what the hell? I remember that was like the probably hugest injustice. And like, and their bodies are torn up and they can't work because they have not only physical injuries, but they also have like mental illness as well, and like the freaking trauma. That's why I hate war. It's like no one should. I don't think anyone should ever like war. It's just way too messed up. But it's crazy how that's such a normal trope to see. Like, especially in movies and stuff, like, where this is supposed to be normal, like, especially because these dudes would be, like, young, too. Like, young, barely started life, and it's like, now the rest of their life is just screwed. Like, ugh. I don't think I can ever take the US government, or really any government, even Korea's government is so corrupt. I don't think there's there's no such thing as a good government, really. Philip Havoc's wifey, how you doing? We're trying to glue some paneling on these little, what do you call it? Help kind of keep them nice and straight. Little cardstock. We just did the roof one. I do need to do something about need to straighten these out somehow. I'm thinking to maybe, I almost was gonna block it. Well, I don't know if that's the right word. I was gonna spray it with water, but I don't think that would have really done anything. So I'm thinking to maybe glue these in place and see if that would help keep them from being too tangled, because I do kind of like the wild look, because I think if it did work with water, then they would look too straight, if that makes any sense. They do look a little bit more like straw when they're a little bit more tangly, but I want it to, like, these top ones especially, like, I really want them to lay down more flat. See, it's like sticking up, the top ones, but I want to like lay flat like these. I think I might need to glue this row, like, just a little bit. Put a teensy bit of glue down and like lay it flat so they'll stay that direction. Oh, right? Exactly. It's like, see, like, y'all, like, your freaking husband's having to go through that. It's so bizarre. It's like, it seems like working for the military seems only beneficial when you're still working for them and you're healthy. You know what I mean? Like, you get all, like, the benefits and the schooling and stuff, but as soon as you get injured, they're like, well, you're useless. Bye. Like, oh my god, the entitlement and the audacity of that, it's just like, it makes you see red, really. I'm guessing it's like, I guess they didn't even like, because I was like, don't you get like some kind of like compensation for working for the military, like a pension or something? I know my grandfather had, like, because he didn't have to work after the military. After he retired, he didn't have to work no more. He didn't get injured though, so I don't know if it depends on how long you've worked for them. But yeah, he didn't have to work another day in his life after that. And even when my grandmother divorced him because he was a son of a bitch, he cheated on her. He cheated on her with a lot of people, a lot of women. But like, she got to get part of that, and he still didn't have to work. She even got a part of that, like, military pension, and she also thanks to that, she didn't have to work no more. She was actually able to live well, save, and go on lots of trips with her girlfriends. And he still didn't have to work anymore. Like, he must have been making, I don't know how much he was making, but he was probably making a decent bit. And it's just like, why do some of these military dudes get, like, away with, like, lots of money, but, like, why do the other guys don't? I do wonder if is it only for certain positions? Because he was a colonel. I don't know if that's like he gets more favor or some bullshit. Oh, exactly right. You're like a broken, like, oh, my toy soldier, it's broken. Time to throw away in the trash. Like, that's how it is, really. Ugh. I forgot what's called, like TDIU, right? It's like, you should get especially some compensation, at the very least some damn medical compensation. Like, you gave up your youth and your body fighting for freedom, or their freedom. Like, really, they're probably just more hunting for more oil and money, really, you know? It's kind of crazy, right? Like, the way in school they make it seem how all war was about fighting for our freedom, and then you get older and you realize, sure, maybe some of the older wars are about that, but, like, it seems like there's always some kind of, like, motive with the government. Like, they want a little something the other country has, so they gotta, like, make a conflict or something. And it's just like, ugh. Makes you see everything in a different light. Makes you not trust anybody. Okay, I guess let me try to glue some. Well, I should probably glue this part down first, like this over under here. I'm trying to get it separated because I don't want to accidentally glue any of the strings from the first one. I keep these separated. My problem is the hot glue gun is being a little bit stubborn. So, but I don't need very much glue. I just want to like dot it a little bit just so that they'll stay in place. Come on. Maybe I need to pull this out and put like a fresh new one in. Okay, so total disability, individual unemployability. Like, do they get money off of that, or is it like they don't because of that? Yeah, that's like crazy though. How much is left in here? Yeah, I probably should let this hot glue gun like drain all the way. I don't know if any more is gonna come out or not. I'm gonna like it's doing this where, you know how sometimes hot glue guns have like a little bit of hot glue drizzle out, you know, like what when you just have it plugged in for a bit, like that's kind of normal, but it's like it's coming out in a lot. Like see, it's like huge clumps like this every like couple minutes. I look over and there's like another clump I have to like peel off. It doesn't look like any more is coming out, so maybe I can, in a little bit, I can like put the fresh one in, maybe see if it resets it. I don't know, because ever since, you ever like force a hot glue gun, like you force the trigger on it so that like more hot glue can come out, even though it probably wasn't like fully ready? Ever since I did that, because I was trying to get like, I was trying to glue, something big. I forgot it was. I was trying to glue something big together. I had to like really keep squeezing hard so that it would like more would come out, and it kind of came out too quickly. Ever since then, it's been acting funny. So I really hope I didn't prick up my hot glue gun. Also, Newt, welcome on in. What a cute name too. But we're trying to make like redesign this like little tiki bar right here, and we're trying to make it a little bit longer, a little bit bigger. And we're now just working on, what do you call it, the little thing. So it looks like no more is coming out, so I think, let me put a new stick. Let's see if that helps. Okay, so it gets, paid monthly around, but yeah, it's not enough to get by, so my job handles the rest. Right, it's like kind of crazy to think you think it'd be enough to like at least live on for basics. But it's not, it's like they almost on purpose give you just enough not to be able to survive properly. Let's see if this helps. There's probably some extra glue in there still. I'm gonna try to call that out. I'll like lay it over. Ah, shoot. As you can see, like this side is all wild, so we're trying to get a little bit more organized. Hey, what's up, Smokey? How you doing? All been good, just been busy with work and stuff as huge. That's true. Oh shoot, isn't like forest fire season coming soon, I think? That's a little worrying. Yeah, now it's summer. Oh shoot, that's a little bit for that individual strand to keep sticking out. I like to try my best to like detangle and separate it. Some of these loops are kind of curling up on themselves, so I don't want them to be too curled up. Okay, that's good enough. Looks like a few individual these like more top layered ones I'm gonna have to glue in place. So far that's looking a little bit better. Oof, yeah, it's supposed to be 100 Fahrenheit. Ooh. I like how the stream element spot caught the little star. Ew, what? They're gonna make you work on your birthday? That's always the worst, right? Like, oh, did you at least, or like, did they not like let you request time off or anything? Oh, nope, I don't get days off on my birthday because I'm always available. Oh, is it like, is it because like you're on call and stuff? Ugh. I don't think I could ever work an on-call job. I always like think how crazy it is. Like you could kind of never fully relax. Like you can never like make plans because you never know when they're gonna like call you in. It's looking pretty good though. I think it's kind of looking like the way I want, because like right here, see, you can see how crazy it is. And I didn't do that with here. I made them way too short. It looks cute, but I like this look better. Like it's actually looking more properly layered. You know, like when you work with a hot glue gun, how you get like those kind of like little strands everywhere? I'm trying to remelt them. Little, I call them like hot glue spider webs. What they kind of look like. A little stringy. I think that's like the only downside of working with a hot glue gun. It's like when you try to pull the hot glue gun away and it's like it leaves like this like little string everywhere. You can see right like, oh, I can see that. Like stuff like this. Oh, but the best birthday gift I'll get is fighting fires and putting them out. I guess it does kind of make sense, right, when people say, like, you know, like, work a job you love. I mean, you still work, though. Like, the whole, like, you'll never work a day in your life. I don't think it's that completely true, because it can still be exhausting, but at the same time, though, you still love what you do, though. Like, it's fun for you sometimes, even if it's a lot of hard work. Okay, there we go. Stretch this one out a little bit. Alright, that's one side done. Man, that took forever. But at least it's finally starting to come together. Like, see, look at the difference. It's like night and day, like this side versus this side. This is what it looks like naturally when you don't do anything to it. This is what it looks like once you kind of stretch it out and kind of glue it down. Got more of that, like, nice layered look to it. Now to do the other side. Yeah, true, like, I don't need to spend like $400. I'll just get, oh man, that's quite a birthday, like, right? I spent like 400 bucks. But yeah, alright, like, I don't need to be spent like $400 of gifts I may or may not like. I mean, I think I'm more like more having an experience, I think is better. Like, you know, like getting to hang with your friends, go out and do something, do some good food, but like don't do it for an exorbitant amount of price if you can't like afford. Because like I do be seeing some like funny TikTok videos of people who like spent like a lot of money for their birthday and it's like an exorbitant amount, and then they're like stuck like who's gonna pay the bill, and I'm just like, that does not sound like a fun time. Like if you know what I mean, like there's like so many more affordable, like you can go, well nowadays I think watching a movie is getting kind of expensive, but like before, you know, you could go like go eat out somewhere or like go watch a movie. That's what me and my friends would do when someone had a birthday. We would all like go see what was at the like latest thing at the movie theater, or we'd go like hang around the mall and then go get like something to eat afterward, you know, like Wendy's or something, like nothing really big. And if like someone wanted to splurge, we'd go probably like let's see, I was about to say Olive Garden, but I've never been to Olive Garden actually. We had one growing up, but like I never really went there. I think we went more like to Chili's or Applebee's. I think that was like closer. But I do remember hanging out at Chili's one time with all my friends. Like that was back when we were like teenagers, but like old teenagers, you know what I mean? Right, it'd be like tiring but fun. Wait, are you FF2? Wait, what does FF mean? Like, I'll barely buy video games from GameStop or other video games. Honestly, to be fair, that shit's overpriced. And then when you try to sell it back, they barely... Oh, firefighter. Oh. yeah, Smokey's a firefighter. I don't think I've ever seen it be like, as a little acronym before. To be fair, it makes sense, honestly, like, because firefighter is quite a long word to type out. Oof, Central Texas, and you know they have to like deal with wildfires and stuff. I guess that is like a big drawback though of dry heat, because I usually prefer dry heat because I hate the humidity. But at least the humidity at least keeps the forest a little bit more protected, I feel like, versus when it's dry, because then if it's dry heat, then one little thing and it can go up and all in smoke. Let's see, winter here, so I'm unlikely to get a call until November. Oh, that's right, right? Like you're over like, you know, Oceania side. Like I could always get confused because I'm like, wait, winter. I'm like, oh yeah, that's always so wild to me. You guys get like the opposite season. It's almost like living in an alternative universe where everything's like the opposite. Let's see. What at my station we usually get to feed after we get back from the fire ground. So I usually do quickly scrub and then gorge. Oh wait, they actually get like you guys get food and stuff. That is kind of nice though. What kind of stuff they usually prepare? This side's almost done. I might want to glue down this a little bit because it's like flicking upwards. So many like little hot glue strands everywhere. I call them the hot glue spider webs. My goodness, I have to like try to remelt them. Cause I used to try to like just peel them off, but it seems like just taking the hot nozzle and trying to remelt them seems to be the better way to go about it. Cause it kind of just rips at the yarn kinda when I try to pull them off. Uh-oh. Almost had a strand from another round glued down. We didn't want that. Also, I can kind of use the heat to kind of hopefully try to iron these a little bit. There we go. Oh, there's some on this side. Ooh, almost done. I just gotta straighten some of these top layered ones out. Ooh, the hardest part being a firefighter is usually the showering and going to the restroom. Oh, I'd imagine because, like, I'm guessing it's because you have like all this gear on. You gotta take it all off, and then you gotta put it all back on. Oh God, I would imagine. Or like even just showering. Oh, I remember you told me, right? Like you're just covered in like smoke and stuff. Ugh, that cannot be good for your skin, though. like how Reaver Bay's like, well, restroom. Oh my god, it makes me think, I mean, like, you guys get to use the restroom? Like, oh. I swear that you guys get to meme never gets old. You guys are getting paid? I'm in Wildfire, so the nearest can be like an hour away if I'm lucky. Oh, you guys like both do I think Wildland too, right? So I remember Smokey, like most of the stuff he talked about was wildland fires, because you know, being from Texas, right, they get a lot of grass fires and everything. Oh, my station covers forestry and farmland, and sometimes we get called to a national park sometimes too. Oh shit, that's right, I keep forgetting. Do you guys get like, wait, so you guys don't get like no money? Like at all? I do sometimes, like, cause like, not only you're putting your life at risk, but it's like, how do you get paid the bills? Like, you guys like get some kind of like, maybe you don't get paid, but you get like some kind of benefit or anything? Like, what if some, like, well, the problem is that what happens if you get like injured though? Will they at least pay for that? I think that's my issue, is like, if you're not getting paid, but like what happens if you get hurt though? You know what I mean? Like, because you should definitely be compensated, like, to have to like pay for any like medical stuff that happens to you. See, if I get called out of work, I can claim compensation. Okay, so like from like your regular job, and then if you get called in to help out put out a fire, you can get compensation from your job for that. That's crazy though. Like, 'cause I always assume like I know like there's some like nonprofits, but usually the people who work for the nonprofit get paid though. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like I always thought like volunteer firefighters get like at least paid a little something. Oh, that's true, right? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're in New Zealand. Yeah, but Smokey's in the U.S. And if you know healthcare in the U.S., it's a total piece of it's dog shit. It's a piece of shit. Let's see. Oh, okay, so you do get something, like you get earned from donations and grants. Okay, at least you get a little something. Because, like, yikes to, like, put everything on the line. I think it'd be different if it was, like... Oh, like, it wasn't, like, if, like, the... Like, cost of living wasn't so astronomical, it wouldn't seem that bad. Like, oh, it's, like, honorable, but now it's, like... Yikes, like, how do people live being able to do that? You get, like, no monies for, like, rent and stuff. Or, wait, do you, like, get... Like, that's the thing, like, maybe you don't make a wage, but do they, like, take care of your accommodations? You know what I mean? Like, food, rent. Like, if they take care of that stuff for you, like, if they have housing provided for y'all, then I can see the benefit. Because at least your, like, basic needs are taken care of. Like, you know, any kind of, like, healthcare you need, housing, food. Because you did say that you get to gorge when you get there, so, like, at least they're providing food. But I didn't know if they could, like, provide housing or anything like that. Because then I can see the benefit if at least if they do that. And then you, like, make a little bit from, like, the, like you said, the donations and grants. But it's like, that's crazy, though. Because, like, life be expensive here, man. Like, everywhere. Especially in the States. Like, I've been seeing how expensive groceries have been getting. Which actually made me really, really sad. Because, like, I was so excited, like, when I eventually get to move back to the States. Like, oh, I can finally have cheap cereal and milk again. And now the cereal and milk are the same prices as here in Korea, and I'm salty as heck. That was like the one thing I was really looking forward to. Was finally cheap, affordable milk. And cereal, and like some other things that I just can't get here. And now because of inflation, it's like practically no different. Oh, okay, so they do pay for the accommodations, or at least for the New Zealand one. I want to know about the US one, though. That's what I'm more worried about. Like, yikes. Not to mention, like Smokey said, though, they're, like, covered head to toe in smoke. All that stuff, so, like, there unfortunately will be some health, problems probably in the future. I need like a piece of cardboard to wipe off the excess. So I'm just one of these cardstocks. Cause yeah, sometimes like to wipe off like the excess, I need like some kind of piece of cardboard. Get all the excess out. There's some like hot glue down here I need to remelt, but the problem is like it keeps leaking more new hot glue, and I'm like, no, I just want to remelt what's already on here. There we go, got our little cover ready. It's gonna kind of look like this. Let's see, when I got to claim for the nice food my small town doesn't have, like most of the money that we used for the bills, truck maintenance, equipment maintenance, new gear, radio, fire train. Also, they don't even like provide. I guess they provide food, but like I guess they don't provide accommodation. And that's the thing is like how to well, I guess since you're volunteered, you don't go in like every day, right? Like they just kind of call you in when they need you. I'm hoping that's way because like if it's volunteer, but you have to go in every day like a regular job, it's like how do they expect people to make a living? Like right? Like if you have to go in every day. Oh, like every so often the boss will buy me groceries, being the student, I'm the one most likely to leave the station within half a week's worth of, ooh, leftovers. Okay, so it's like 24/7, 24/7 call. But like, you're not like scheduled to be there, right? Like you gotta like show up at a certain time. It's more just they call you when they need you and you're just supposed to be like available 24/7. Yeah, I think that's like what was burning my brain was like, if you had to like go in every single day, kind of like treating it like a 9 to 5. Like I'm hoping they don't treat the volunteer fireworkers like a 9 to 5, because like if people have to go in every single day like a job but they don't get paid for it, it's like how are they supposed to survive, like pay rent and bills? Like people got to keep the lights on somehow. Okay, so now on the day I'm usually at the co-op, just a block down from the station. Oh, my home is like a 5-minute run to the station. That's nice. I'm like literally the first one. Okay. Oh, wait, I forgot I want to get one more. I need to glue this one panel over here. I forgot almost. I kind of keep taking the hot glue stick in and out because like if I leave it in too long, it just starts dripping again. So I'm kind of like taking it, putting it out, and also keep an eye. I also unplugged it for a bit, and like the hot glue, the glue was like still coming out because it was still hot. Reheat again. Ooh, right, and it's like any time of the day, either night. Dude, in America, if you're like a volunteer firefighter, like, and they call you in the middle of the night, right? Like, does it at least like let you, and especially if you have like a main job that you work 9 to 5 during the day, do they let you get a like reasonable excuse that you don't have to come into work or something? Like they can't make your like 9 to 5 regular job boss make you come in if you were called in to put out a fire. I'm hoping. I'm the one who has to unplug the trucks and open the doors, and I had the kettle boiled, and I travel a mug of coffee in the truck before everyone gets there. Oh, I seriously wish like electric kettles would become more popular in America. I love my electric kettle. It makes making coffee so much easier. I know, right? Everyone in like, it's baffled when they see like Americans like warming up their coffee in a microwave or something. It's like, yeah, just electric kettles just didn't really become the norm here, unfortunately. I think they are starting to get more normal here. They're starting to get a little bit more popular. Let's see. Oh, I think the urban station around the corner had people rostered on to be on the station at night, but they have to respond. Ooh, oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, car crashes too. Yeah, they always send them in too for that. But I'm happy with my sprint. All right, it probably just gets your adrenaline going, your blood pumping. You're like ready. Oh yeah, it makes me. I don't know why it's making me think of like SpongeBob, like when you're running down towards the station, you're like, I'm ready, I'm ready. You're like the #1 employee. Alright, there we go. Got that one done. Although it's a little rickety because it's like not one solid piece. Also, let me cut these corners a little bit. I try to keep it away from like the outer row, because I need to sew through there. Actually, maybe I'll give it like a lighter, because this is like a very thin cardstock. The one that's brown is like a lot thicker. So maybe let me do like at least one solid piece over. Maybe they'll help keep it a little bit more stiff. Oh, like there was a time where I had to leave from work in Oil City Ironworks. Oh, that's right, I remember. Yeah, you worked in the Ironworks foundry to fight a large grass fire. Oh, and after that I had to turn around and go back to work. Oh. Like, right? Like, I don't think I would not, I do not have the energy levels to deal with that. Like, if I leave work, I'm done for the day. Okay, the corners a little bit. And the first time I got a call out, that was so me. Oh my god, right, like the SpongeBob, like. Just so ready to go. The boss was good at getting me calmed and focused before I got to the fire in time, though. That's true, yeah, because you do want to have like, you have like your nerves calmed, like even though it's from yours, it's like from excitement, but it's always good to like kind of be level-headed and ready to be focused, because right, like when shit hits the fan, you know, you definitely want to have a level head. Come on, glue, come out already. Quit being stubborn. I guess that's good enough. There's like so much like hot glue, like little strands everywhere. I can't see them, but probably because like it's too blurry from there. They're all over my hand. Oh, it feels so creepy too. It makes me think of like a spider crawling on me. Ugh. Like it's the same feeling of like if you walk through a spider web, like if you're like out in the forest and you're like on a hike. Like the feeling of like having your hand go through all these like little hot glue strands feels exactly the same. Okay, so a lot of stations in my region, people are either tourism industry or agriculture or forestry. Do you guys kind of like live in more like an outdoorsy kind of town? I know some parts of America can be kind of like that, where it's like a lot of people who work out there, they're gonna be like forest rangers or something, or they'll be farmers or work something to do with agriculture. Alright, we got that one done. Let's see if I got any more. I want to see if this one would work for this one. I want to like just get it ready and cut. I can't glue it just yet. Trying to find one that would like make a nice little match. Oh, that one's pretty good. try gluing this together and see if that will help. Oof, 2 logging trucks crashed yesterday. And got to remember to ask the Urbans how their truck handled the forestry road. Are you guys authorized to shut down roads? Oh, that was those cushions were smoky. I do wonder if they do. I would feel like they get to. Hopefully they do. But I'm hoping the 2 truck drivers were okay because my dad used to be a trucker, though he was not a log trucker, which I know is probably the most hated. I think being a log trucker, because like no one wants to be behind a log trucker because of Final Destination, and for good reason, because it probably does happen a lot actually. Like if a log be coming through, it's coming right through your windshield, right at you. But yeah. I love the meme, like, we've been all Final Destination or something, like, this has become like a verb now. That movie has traumatized everybody. It's traumatized a whole generation. But yeah, he was, though if my father was to crash, it probably would not be a fun crash either. It'd be a big explosion, because he did propane and ethanol. So honestly, he's very lucky that he had no bad crashes, thankfully. Oh, right, when you cycle, I pull over and wait for the loggers to go past. Right, you don't want to be anywhere near behind them. You're like, frick this shit. Nobody wants to be behind them. Okay, now to get some wire going. Actually, this is probably going to be maybe the thinner strands together, like maybe 6. So it looked like the 1mm was a bit too thin, so I think I must have tripled this up maybe. So I get my 0.6 and cut a good bit. Maybe that much. I don't know. I never really measured these things out. Right, they're all strapped right, but like you never know, right? I think even if it is strapped right, like you just never know when something might fail. Like maybe something just got old and worn out. So it's like, bleh. And plus you never know when someone like probably did like a fast job. Oh, really? So rental tourist campers that's scaring me? Oh, I would imagine it's probably like, right, they're probably being used by a lot of people who probably don't really know how to use them. They're probably not attached properly and they could come undone, because that's like a whole lot. Like, are you talking about the ones where they like you tote behind if you're like you got a truck, right, and you have like your camper attached to it like while you're going down the road? Are those the ones you're talking about? Because right, oh my god, one of them become undetached. Oh, that would not be good. I'm gonna see how long I want to make these. I don't have to, well, I guess I don't have to really measure out it perfectly, because a little bit needs to go inside here anyway and bend it, so it doesn't have to be like perfect. I probably should, but I'm making this into a pattern though, so I do need to like probably like show how much I should cut off. See, I want it to be a little bit taller maybe. How tall was this one? Was that tall? Let me make it more about like this big. I don't know how long that is. Let me see. Where's my ruler? See, okay, about like 4 centimeters. And then I'll measure like how much actually will be on the actual tiki bar stand, how much will probably be like under. That's gonna get bent to kind of help hold it in place. I'm just gonna hold side by side and kind of roughly them to be about the same size. It doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, New Zealand roads are not that wide and straight like American roads. When a lot of tourists are not ready for the driving skill upgrade. Ooh, I'm gonna get. I like that. They like really twisty and windy. I know like some areas of the US get kind of like that and it's like very scary driving. Like, oh my goodness, I remember having to drive. Or like I feel like most of the roads were really flattened, most of because I'm from West Tennessee. And oh my god, when we went to East Tennessee, it was a lot of like sharp turns while also going down a steep incline, and it's like very scary, like oh my god. And we were like in a rental van. Originally we were supposed to get a sedan, but they didn't have any more sedans available. All they had was like this mommy van, and I hated that thing. It didn't drive well. I think it was like a Chevrolet or something, and it sucks because my dad almost didn't want to rent it because he hates Chevrolet. Or not Chevrolet, Chrysler, my bad. I always get those two mixed up. I think it was like a Chrysler, like big mommy van kind of thing. We were just going up to take my grandmother back to her husband's house because she was having problem with dementia and she'd stay down with my family for a bit. Well, them and her husband at the time, he's now passed, unfortunately. We're trying to figure out what to do, like to get like some kind of built-in, like get a house nurse or something. And we were like having to drive her all the way back. That was quite the drive. It was fun though. Well, I had a friend coming to visit and they were talking about seeing the country self-drive. I sent them a couple of links in Google Maps and they decided to sign up for a bus tour. Okay, so a lot of the country was settled via the rivers even post-war, so the roads are a modern addition. I like how they're like, right, they're thinking I can drive myself up there, and then you show them the map and they're like nope, never mind, they come by bus. I'll have an expert drive me up there. He actually straightens out one by one. Brown off. Ah, shoot. Gotta try to glue here. I'm going to clean that out. Also, let me know when you guys get stuck in ads again. I think we're gonna have probably an ad play in probably a few minutes. I'm gonna go refill up my coffee when one does. I get all the not fully dry, but it's like kind of because this glue is usually very liquidy, so it's kind of gunked up a little bit. Like in that weird. Not fully dry, but because of it, it's like this is like kind of stopped up a little bit. Oh, there we go. Oh, as soon as I got that, the actual glue started bubbling up like crazy. Let's see, ooh, coffee, good. I want coffee, but I'll probably fall asleep if I get one. Right, actually that's why I like having some like, but you gotta get like a good tasting brand of instant coffee. Get like a decaf instant coffee or something you can make. That way you get like the coffee taste. Because every time where I've just drank coffee more for the flavor. It's like a latte or something, just because I want like the taste of coffee. Okay, see now the glue's just be pouring out. Good grief. Okay, let me try to. It's wrapped up tight. I want to leave a teensy bit exposed for the top part too. Actually, now that I think about it, where to actually... I'll have to, like, glue it somehow on the top. But I'll keep it like that for now. Okay. So, now... let's glue down. A little bit exposed at the bottom. Let me see. Well, I have an atypical response to coffee relaxes me. Oh, do you have ADHD? I don't know, because I feel like sometimes coffee, or like caffeine in general, can like... I don't get like the jitteriness you get from coffee, because sometimes it kind of can soothe and relax me. But at the same time, it can kind of help stimulate my brain a little bit. But usually that's like more like a cold brew or something. But like regular coffee, like regular coffee, just more like makes me feel relaxed. I have like inattentive type ADHD. I never knew that was a thing though, but it does kind of help stimulate my brain to like be more focused though, at least. So for me, I felt like taurine has worked out really well for me. That's like more like what gets me going, gets me hyper focused, but also kind of energizes me a little bit. Yo, what's up, Lucky Orange R? How you doing? Oh, yeah, very likely ADHD. I'm a disaster unless there's like an actual disaster. Ooh, brought my coffee and crochet to hang out. I don't know. I think we're past the time ads would have popped up though, so I don't know if ads had popped up. That's what I was trying to check. I usually, but the timer didn't pop up this time though. But also, what are you crocheting? Do you got any like whip pictures? Let's see. Well, I might actually. That's the only problem with like the first pass. I feel like when you're yarn wrapping wire is that it looks. You can see the glue and everything. But this one's a little bit taller. Let me see how much I did. This thing I gotta make these even. Oops. I'm actually about to top off my coffee in a second. I gotta refill it. About. That's about 3 centimeters, so I cut like 4 centimeter wire, and I we wrapped about like 3 centimeters of it, leaving a little bit exposed on each end. Okay, let me put a teensy dab of glue. Just enough so it'll stay in place, but I don't want to put too much. Oh, actually now that it's drying a little bit. It's like tacky enough that it was still set, especially once it dries or cures. Grab this one a little bit slower. So that like no glue oozes out. Because that's the problem too, is like if you wrap it too quickly, and too tightly, the glue will ooze out, and it won't look as good. Let me see. Oh, working on Heartless from Kingdom Hearts. I haven't seen any. Yeah, I guess they didn't pop up. That's probably good though, actually. Then let me go make like a quick mad dash though for the kitchen real quick. Because thankfully I already had a coffee made. I actually found iced coffee tastes way better when you get your coffee made up. Like you add your cream and sweetener and all that stuff beforehand while it's still hot, and then put that in the fridge before adding ice, because when you add the ice to it when it's hot, it just kind of dilutes it quicker or something. But like, man, when it's like been refrigerated like that and then you pour it with your ice, it tastes so much better. So now I just like pre-make coffee ahead of time and just pop it in the fridge. Sometimes I'll even make like the next day's coffee and just put it in there. That way I just gotta pour and add ice. do I got the idea because like here in Korea, like you can actually get pre-made iced coffee like in a big jug at CU Mart. I think it's like, well, back then it was like $5, I think like 1 liter. I think it wasn't like, it was like a decent amount. And I was like, that's a smart idea. Why don't I just do that myself? I don't do it in like that big a capacity, but I like make it enough for like fit like one of my tumblers. Oh, but knitting group in the morning, but I should prep for all my projects. Ooh, what's the knitting group working on? I'm gonna make this straight. It was a little crooked. Okay, there we go. I just gotta make... Actually, before I get my coffee, let me go ahead and just make the second one. Actually, that'd be better. So now I'm in the zone. I feel like if I go get my coffee now, I'll be broken out of the zone. Right, like that's one of the things I love about what do you call it, the summertime. It's like a good excuse to have iced coffee all the time, because I love the taste of iced coffee. It tastes kind of different, right, than compared to, say, the same exact coffee but when it's warm. But the problem is I've tried having iced coffee when it was winter, but it was just too gosh darn cold. It was too miserable, so I had to stick with hot coffee. My problem is though, in the winter your hot coffee kind of turns kind of cold very quickly too. Let me see where 3 centimeters would be. So I can kind of visualize where to stop. Okay, right about here, I think. But yeah, right where my finger's at. Good. Alright, now the hard part, try to get enough glue that it'll stick, but not too much glue. I'm gonna have to like wipe this nozzle off, it's getting too gunky. There we go. Oh, wait, that's the one that's already done. Almost screwed up there. Like, I hate these like things of glue because you have to like be so careful. You gotta like put the littlest bit of pressure to get the glue to come out. And man, if you put too much, like all of it's just gonna start coming out very quickly. You just kind of end up wasting glue. Now to be careful of this one, like just slowly. So we want this, because this is going to be the outer part, so it's gonna, we want it to have like a nice finish. I don't want any like glue peeking out. Also, I want to try something where, with the thread, I want to see if I can like crochet a little vine with some leaves and have that go around. I don't know if that'll be too much, but I thought that'd be kind of cool if I could do that. If I can make it small enough. Probably wouldn't be too hard because like the leaf would have to be very, very, very tiny, so it's like mostly like probably barely doing anything and just like chaining and slip stitching. Okay, there we go. Make sure it's on good, because we don't want it to unravel. The tip part, let me add just a little bit of glue to help seal it in. And then when we hold these up side by side, making sure they're about the same length. There first. Now I need a plier. Now I'm gonna get these ready. Like the top part, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to bend each of these like little wires, because there's like 3 of them. So that when we glue it, it's got some surface area. Well, this is gonna be on the roof part. Yeah, it kind of looks like that. Make sure they're nice and somewhat straight. We don't want it to be too crooked. So this one we do want to like stay through. Clamp these together a little bit. Actually, let me go ahead and cut them so they're all like the same length, because it will be kind of hard to get it through the stitch if they're all different lengths, because like the longer ones will obviously go through first, but the shorter ones won't. Because basically this is what I forgot to do with the original tiki bar over here. See, that's why there's like so much glue in the back, because I forgot to I'd already made the box before I started working on anything, and I'd already put like a wooden panel, well not wooden, I should say cardboard panel in there. And so I wasn't able to get this through, because usually you want to get it through the stitch hole and you like spread them out, kind of like you do here, and then you glue it. That way like it really stays in there nice. So let's just see what side would be good. Probably in the middle. Out. Let me see what stitch this is actually, because I need to like, since I'm making this into a bag, I gotta remember where to, what row. I could just probably say put in the like most middle stitch. Maybe I should have it more in the back, actually. I think that might look a little bit better. Not completely towards the back, but just a little bit more. That way we have, like, more room in the front. I don't know, I'm still debating. Should I do middle? Or in the back? If it's in the back, it kind of feels like the thing is coming out a little bit more forward. Ooh, you know what? I probably should have actually made the top panel a little bit bigger now that I think about it. Because then I could have made it look like, you know, the stools are going to go underneath there. That's actually probably a little bit more proper. I'm like, oh, should I like scrap this and make another panel that's a little bit longer? I don't know. Just like to make it like the other one. I'll just put it in the middle now. I also cut this a little bit short again. I don't want this to be too long. And then you're going to take your plier and just kind of bend it in different directions. See, now it's actually like going through it, so now we're not going to have any nasty glue on the outside because the glue is going to be over here. Ooh, I'm going to cut that one a little bit shorter because it's encroaching on the space where I got to crochet into. Now I'm going to like try to flatten these so that we're like, that way none of them will stick up through the top panel. I'll be like kind of all flat. There we go, and then we whoosh. A little bit of glue on that. Go ahead and cut those yarn tails. Okay, after I get this second pull in, then I'm gonna go grab me some more coffee. This one through. Throw away these like little bits of cut off metal because yeah, you don't want to like have that fall to the floor and actually step on it. Almost forgot to open the top panels. Not the panel, my bad. I mean the metal bit at the top of this hole. That's the only problem with these little joy pliers. Like the handles are so tiny, but sometimes they are a little fiddly to work with. At the same time, they're great because like they really fit into like small places, so I don't have to like worry about them taking up too much space. I feel like if I want to carry these when I travel, I always need to have some pliers for me because like if you know like micro crochet, like especially when you bring in your needle through your work, sometimes like you're just your bare human hand just can't pull the needle through. It's just too slippery. You need a pair of these to pull the needle through. But sometimes like regular size pliers are just too big and chunky to bring. Wait for it to kind of cool down a little bit. There we go. Now let's see, we got our two little poles, and now let me glue this panel down so that we'll stay nice and straight.